right, I'm live, just so you know.
Show off some of the new cards. Just the QR codes don't work on the wooden engraved ones. Not that color.
Yeah, it still did a pretty good job.
It's got a contrast more. But the whiteboard probably can do it.
Who's this?
That's her thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. Well, she wanting to get some of these?
I was thinking, well, I was just prototyping on that one. I was going to give her one of those and one metal one so she could sell those.
Yeah, that's good. It's good now? All right. Problem resolved, baby. I like resolving problems. What's up, Mopar? How you doing? So, Mopar, I can't remember. Who are you on TikTok? I know you came over. I can't remember. I'm gonna guess it's Lauren. The hell, I don't know. I don't know. Oh shit. Testing out the streams on TikTok, brother. Or on TikTok. See, I've been TikToking for so long. We're on YouTube. How about that? We'll check the print real quick. We got some prints going here. This one's getting ready to get fired up. So lighting's good, no more fuzzy, visual quality's good. What's up, Daz? I'm gonna call you Daz. How you doing, man? Got the frog printing, got some candle holders printing. Got another candle holder printing. You're just printing away. Who are you? I am me. Who are you? What's up? And we're also doing some laser engraving. So we're making a little, it's called a little jig right now to make business cards. So we make those as well, which is cool. Prefer shaved? Yeah, normally, I just shaved this off a few weeks ago. Obviously, I prefer shaved. Oh, Viper, what's up, man? How you been, bro? Long time no see, buddy. I ain't been live very much lately, so been doing. I'm not gonna answer that question because I'm not gonna get in trouble tonight, Stuart. Not gonna get in trouble. I'm gonna be a good boy. It's the best green screen on TikTok Live, I tell you right now. It's a mobile green screen. It follows me wherever I go. All the cars are 3D printed. Yeah, every single one of them. Actually, I wish I had a printer big enough to 3D print cars. The biggest one I have is the Prusa XL. And that can print some sizable stuff. Been printing these up. These are pretty cool. The bees. A little bit of everything. Little bit of everything. No, I know you are, Emperor. It's all good, baby. How you guys doing out there tonight? Is everything going all right? We'll jump in this so you can see the inside of it. It is pretty good. I certainly can sell you some prints. I'm not going to sell you a car, of course. Nothing's for sale in here besides the print. Or laser etching if you need business cards or whatever. You know, we do that, as I said. Check out the website. All right, let's jump in this thing. I'm going to get on the other side. It'll be easier for you guys to see. Yeah, it's been pretty fun, AJ. I mean, the car's good. It's quick. I would say this about like the handling and the suspension. It's a little rough. I shouldn't say rough. I should say stiff. It's very stiff. But if you change the driving modes, pardon me, if you change the driving mode, it's actually a lot better. So it's not as stiff, but it's still pretty stiff. Even if you change the driving mode out of what used to be called Corsa, now it's called STO mode. It's cool. It's great. It's fantastic. And the sound is probably the best thing. The sound is just, it's immaculate. Opted for the Akrapovic. I always say I butcher that name, but Akrapovic exhaust. And it came like that. So it actually came stock, and then Lamborghini took off the original exhaust and then put the modified ones on. So it's a titanium Akrapovic exhaust. And I'll tell you what, it sounds good. The only thing I want to do to it is I want to put, they have these things you can put in there to open the valves, because the valves don't open till $5,000. And I'll tell you what, you want to open these valves. They just sound so good. So good. It sounds good now, but the problem is you got to get it up to $5,000. So here's the interior. So you've seen the exterior, right? Let me show you one more thing on the exterior, just so you can say you've seen. So on all the wheels are red. So you got red center caps, red calipers, and then of course, purple viola exterior. And the internal matches the calipers. Stitching is all red. Matches the calipers, the center caps. So it's got that taste of red on the inside with that purple on the outside. Seat belts are red. Basically everything in here, this might be a little dark, is red carbon fiber, a little Alcantara on the steering wheel. There's not much space. These seats are very uncomfortable. And then basically it's all carbon fiber tricked. So a lot of carbon fiber in this car, man. Yeah, it does look, I ain't gonna lie. It's hard to say which one is better looking. A lot of people, everybody's got their own opinion on what they think's better. So it's subjective, obviously. It's hard for me because I really love this purple. This purple is just, it's stunning, it's beautiful. But the other one, that's still, I mean, it still has my heart. I cannot lie. It actually has a better paint job. You just can't see it because you're not here and the camera won't collect it. You can see some of it on the hood is the MC20. You see that right there? That is iridescent. That's what the whole car basically looks like in person. If you have lights on it, bro, it shimmers like blue and just all kinds of different colors. It's amazing paint job. But yeah, that thing over there is beautiful. I'd say the paint job is better on this. Again, that's subjective, but the actual quality of it is better. It is definitely better. But then you can argue, so you can argue that. You can certainly argue this. And then you can argue that, because this to me is also special. You don't see many SF90s in this. Francisco Verde Francesca is the name of it. And that is just a sweet color. It's a beautiful color. So it's like a coin toss up. Which one do you like better? I don't know. You have to pick it out. You know, pick it out yourself. I probably fall back to this just because the paint job is flawless. It's superior. I mean, all of them are flawless, but that to me is probably the best paint job. It's loud, it's proud, it's got that iridescent running all through it. It's just beautiful. Are you a car collector? Yep. Have a collection of cars, but yeah, we're talking about paint jobs. So if I put them in order, I would probably put, and it's just really tough, I would probably put the Maserati first, STO second, and I want to say STO. I keep wanting to say STO, but the SF90 third, which is tough. Yeah, I was on TikTok a lot, man. I've kind of switching over to YouTube here, testing out the waters, you know, seeing how it works as compared. So you know, we'll see. We'll see what goes on. We certainly like it all, but it's too bad you can't stream all into one place. But nevertheless, here we are. The 170 is pretty as well. That come out really good. The Trackhawk. Now that Trackhawk is not wrapped. That's the original color, but it does have a PPF overlay. It's clear, but it makes it come out into a matte finish. And boy, does that look, it just looks sharp. It come out really, really well. Really, really well. Paint job on the McLaren's good too. But yeah, I'd probably say it's that Maserati in the top spot, baby. That top spot right here with that iridescent, just right there. As you can see, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. Yeah, and then that 170. That color on there is pretty dope as well. Pert to beautiful. There's about 23 cars in the collection. The Tesla's outside. The Green Goblin is back at the Porsche dealership. It's getting a whole new cluster, which is its own issue. The 911 just always seems to have a charging problem. Out of all the cars in this garage, the only one that has an issue charging is the 911. So, you know, typically when we pull a car in here, look at the tires, you know, make sure obviously the tires aren't low, then we slap it on a trickle charger. And, you know, it's just common maintenance. If you got a car collection, you got to keep the batteries charged or you're going to end up buying new batteries repeatedly, right? So when you put that 911 on a trickle charge, it basically would stop charging after 3 days. So if you don't remember in 3 days to come back, the car will be dead, literally dead within 2 days after it stopped charging. Whereas a normal trickle charge, i.e., I don't know, Mustang, Camaro, whatever, when you put it on the trickle charge, it stays. You know, it doesn't just stop charging. Well, that does, the Porsche does, just because it's not, you know, I don't think it's meant for that. So like this right here, you'll see this is the Camaro. It's still on green. So if it needs to charge, it'll take it, no problem. The Porsche doesn't act that way. Yeah, the Cuda's fine. It's getting a little bit of work done to it. It's been out for probably 2 months now, which is fine because it wasn't getting driven a whole hell of a lot anyways. But yeah, so yeah, hails to the yes. It's been an interesting summer so far. So yeah, the 911, no joke. If you put it on the charger, let's say I put it on the charger today, and it starts trickle charging, and let's say it completes, in other words, it gets the battery up to where it likes it, maybe it's 80% charge, whatever, then it stops trickle charging. Within 2 to 3 days, maybe 4 at the tops, no more than 4, it's dead. Because there's a computer system, the alarm, which doesn't drain that much, but the computer system keeps pulling current and just basically drains the battery. Well, here's the real problem. When that battery drains and dies, it messes up the entire computer. So now you've got all these errors. If you look at some of my videos, you'll see just tons of error codes popping up because it basically, when that computer system dies, it just starts throwing error warnings after error warnings, dash cluster error. It was throwing out the wing, you know, the wing will come up and down and say the wing was broken, the spoiler was broke, it can't move. It's telling me I got low tire pressure on all 4 tires, and I go out and look at them. Of course, all 4 of them are just fine. Rear view problems, the lights were coming on, like the parking sensors, it just gets jacked up bad. Just gets jacked up for bad. Do I drive them or are they for looks? Of course I drive them. I don't drive every single one of them every day. Whenever I feel like driving, though. See you soon, man. Sleep well, AJ. But yeah, no, I mean, just whatever you feel like driving, you drive it. Some get driven more than others. Some get driven a little bit, some get driven a lot. Some don't get driven when we don't feel like. I haven't driven many cars this year just because it's been so busy. Like, honestly, playing with cars was fun. I spent a lot of time last year going to all the car meets and stuff, and this year I've been just more focused on business and growing the company and stuff like that. So So yeah, right now, like here on this live, yeah, absolutely. It's just nice to look at. And if you need motivation when you're working, you just turn your chair around and look at behind you. And if that doesn't motivate you, probably nothing will. So it's good motivation, man. Good motivation. So right now, running prints, lasering. Check this out. So we got like wood cards. We make people's business cards. We do signs. We can do all kinds of cool stuff. Was making some 3D prints. We started off doing that for fun. Actually, the guy sitting over there got me into 3D prints, and I was like, no, I don't want to look at it. And then all of a sudden, I'm addicted. Like, I can't get enough 3D prints, man. It's cool stuff. But now I love making stuff on 3D prints now. The technology that's here that you can have, it's just beautiful. And you can create just about anything you can think of. Full scale, like glow in the dark mummies, different colored, whatever. Plus, if you need something for at home, you can make whatever you want. So, you can be more kind of reliable on yourself instead of having to go out and buy everything. So, it's a cool hobby. It's fun. Pay some money on the side, which is cool. Don't mind some free money for something you're passionate about. It's definitely Halloween, man. That's what when you start getting some 3D printers, if you go into business with them, you start printing to the holiday. So on October 20th, we're going to start on Christmas, believe it or not. Just kind of skip over Thanksgiving. Poor turkey. I actually think that, check this out. You probably like this. This is so cool. I love this one. I haven't sold it yet because I actually want to keep it. So that's a skull, right? It's a dice tower. So what you do is there is a die right here. You put it in his eye, and it comes out his mouth. So stuff like that, that's just kind of neat. And then like business cards, we make all those. I mean, just tons of stuff, man. It's just cool. Oh, you're a girl? All right, well, there you go. Well, hey, don't know, maybe you're goth, maybe you like changeable filament color, so it goes from almost gold to black. So you can basically do anything you like, it's fun. It brings out some creativity if you have any in you. I don't have too much, but with these prints, like I can see like the different colors and stuff. So yeah, it's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. And where are you from? Losing weight. That's an interesting name. Losing weight in America. In America. What state are you from? If you didn't know, we're from Indianapolis, Indiana here. Good old Indy. Vermont. They have good maple syrup in Vermont. I think it's Vermont. Yeah, it's pretty sure it's Vermont has good maple syrup. Maybe I'm off. Maybe I'm off base though. I don't know. There's a cricket in this garage somewhere. All right, let's check this print real quick. Yeah, I've been to Vermont a few times. It's a nice place. So these are about done. Those are like little Grim Reapers. I want to make sure this thing's printing, and it is. So this will be a skeleton holder. What car has the most mileage on it? The most mileage is the 1970 Roadrunner, all original. It's got 68,000, 68 or 72, somewhere in that range. So that's the highest mileage car in the garage. Actually, I can take you through the mileages here real quick because they're all banked in the head, at least pretty close. Not perfect, but pretty close. So the 170, it's got about 1,000. The GT500 Super Snake, that has about 2,400. The Yenko has about 1,200. The heavily modified Red Eye has about 4,000. The heavy modified Black Eye has about 10,000. And then this is brand new. It's got about 500 roughly. The MC20 is also new. It's probably got 800 miles on it. This is a fun one to drive though. It's actually convertible too, so you can drop the top. It doesn't look like it. They did such a good job on it that they hit it up pretty well. But yeah, that whole top stuff's in the back of there. You push a button and it just drops, which is cool. The 812, that's got about 1,500 on it. This has about 1,200, the SF90. The Coronet back there has about 24,000. The 458 on 4Gs has about 18,000. The Trackhawk 10,000. The AC Cobra has about 6,000. The McLaren has 2,000. The 96 Mystique has 42,000. The Dodge Demon OG has about 11,000, and the 72 Vet has about 22,000. So for the years on some of those cars, it's pretty good, you know. And if you want to keep the value of something you own, whether it's a car or anything else, but since we're talking about cars in general, you know, there are a couple of things you should do. Number one, most importantly, maintain the vehicle. Oil changes, you know, tires, whatever it needs to be. Make sure the vehicle is well taken care of. And number two, make sure the body, the exterior stays in good shape if you can. You know, that's one of the most important things, to be honest with you. The engine and the internals, like making sure, you know, you're running it, the car's getting started up, etc., is obviously very important. That should be without being said. You need to take care of the internals. So make sure you're flushing the car and you keep good fluids running through it. But one of the things a lot of people see is not just the engine and, you know, how clean that's running or isn't running for that matter, but the exterior. So if you keep the exterior in good shape, the first thing people see is what? The exterior. So if it's in good shape, they're always going to, you know, oh, as the car is in good shape, it's been well maintained. And then I'd say most importantly, you know, for your car, if you're going to want to resell it, try to keep the mileage as low as you can. That doesn't mean don't drive it. That doesn't mean don't have fun and enjoy your investment. But it does mean, you know, try to keep that mileage down low while still enjoying it, because if you ever do want to resell that asset, the less miles you have, the more money you're going to get. It's pretty simple knowledge, but a lot of people don't think about it. And they'll say, well, you don't put miles on the cars. Well, no, you do put miles. You just don't do unnecessary, you know, things. Like, do you need to drive it across the country? Probably not, right? So, you know, enjoy it, have fun with it, but don't do irrelevant things with it that just devalue it. The other thing is, too, if you have like an OG, like an original, you know, matching numbers car like that, 70 Roadrunner back there, you don't want to go resto modding it. You can go buy an older car and resto mod it. That's fine. But typically, if you have an all original car, you want to keep all the original parts. You want to keep everything as is and try to keep it that way. Don't go resto modding, because that's just going to devalue the car. So you have 16 Mustang California Special. Oh, cool. 2016 with 10K on it and 67. Wow, that's nice. That's nice. Yeah, I like that. Let's see a picture of that. You have one car and that's enough for you? Yeah, most people do. That's fine. But I think you said to your girl, how many pairs of shoes or purses might you have? So now you can see why dudes like cars. A little bit more expensive probably than purses and shoes, but same thing. Or guys having, you know, 1,800 different fishing poles, right? Same concept. So, you know, most guys like cars. Not everyone, but most of them do. So, you know, every guy maybe wants a sports car or something that's cool, or luxury, whatever it is. But in the case of what we put together here, you know, this is a car collection. That one is a collector car, that Mustang. If you're a Ford person, you like Ford, this one would be for you. And this is a 2010 GT500 Super Snake. That is very important. That is one of the last 3 signatures that Carroll Shelby made. So he signed this car. It is certified. It's a very fast car. It's got 750 horse, about 700 foot-pounds of torque, supercharged. It runs very, very good. But you take it out, you run it, you have fun with it. But again, take care of your investment, because at the end of the day, if you ever did need to move it for whatever reason, you've kept the car in good shape. But something like this right here, this will always be in the collection. There's no reason to ever let this go. It's like a one-off, right? Being signed by somebody that prestigious. Shelby is an American hero. Same with this one right here. So that's a Demon 170. It's a fairly new car. Very fast car. Go check them out. You know, they run very, very good in the quarter mile. But the point is here, there's only 3,300 of those made. 3,000 in the United States and 300 in Canada. So that's number 219 sitting right back there. And, you know, when you get that low of, it's kind of like coins, right? So the lower the amount made, the more valuable they become, right? So at the end of the day, you know, as you go on with time, time is going to increase the value of that specific car because there's only, you know, 3,300 of them made, which is pretty good. So being able to get one of those in the collection was key because those are the last ones ever made, which is kind of sad in a way because that electric stuff is coming on pretty strong. So, you know, but to each is their own. Some people like electric too, some people don't. Some people just like the gas machines, and some people like a mix. Frankly, I'm a fan of both, man. They're different technologies. They do different things. What do I prefer? Of course, I prefer combustion. I like the sound of, you know, supercharged V8 or a twin turbo V6 for that matter, or a naturally aspirated V10. But I won't discredit what electric does bring to the table, and that's instantaneous torque. That is, frankly, high horsepower. Weight obviously becomes a play there, but the Tesla Plaid outside is no joke. I mean, it is a street machine. So 1,050 foot-pounds of torque and 1,000 horse, it's fast. I mean, it's very fast. So technology's come a long way. A long, long way. So if you want to see something cool, so these are special rims. I'll try and get in here close so you can see, but these are carbon fiber. Why would you do carbon fiber on rims? Take one guess. Weight reduction. If you said weight reduction, you're right. This is already kind of a heavy car, but adding the rims and carbon fiber reduces the weight. So that was another reason for getting them. They were not cheap. But again, if you're going into it with a racing and then investment mindset, you know, put the money into it and you know, take care of the car, you get the money back. Goodbye, America. Have a great night. Make sure you hit the follow button too. Don't forget. Enjoy your night. Yep. CF53. Enjoy the night. Head back on here and check on a print real quick. Cheers. What's the time? Man, I can't believe it's already 9:30. Well, I wanted to get on here for about a half an hour, and I'd say I achieved that. So I'm going to jump off here for the night, guys, and go back to doing a little work, maybe play a little game before bedtime, you know. So, guys, you have a good night. I'll be coming back on live from time to time as we start some new things up next week. So, salute, be safe, and enjoy the day tomorrow because it is Friday. See you guys.